The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Pretty Little Liars After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Pretty Little Liars After Show.
This song never gets old. Hi, PLL fans. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're back with another recap of Pretty Little Liars, and this is Season 4, Episode 15, Pretty Love Shack, baby. I was gonna say. I'm your host, Emma Kay, and joining me is
Sarah Giraud.
Do you want to do the intro for them? The song?
Oh, no, thank you. Love Shack. I don't really know all the words, so we're not going to do
We got a special preview before we aired from Sarah singing the song. So
musical
it was,
performance. Yeah.
It was quite touching.
I used my deepest voice, too.
I noticed. So we have Pretty Little Liars is back, and there's so much going on. But what's really interesting with the return of Pretty Little Liars is the girls seem to be separating a little bit. The scene opens up with the girls arguing a little bit about the diary and the information that's been in there. And Hannah, for some reason, seems like she's keeping information from the girls because she's had the diary for, for quite a while now. And she's gone through it and read it. And so they're all just at each other's throat about, holding secrets and not telling the truth. But all of them are still keeping secrets. They go from 1 week saying, okay, we're no more secrets. We're going to tell each other everything. But then they're still not doing it. So the diary, in a way, I feel like is separating the girls, or will separate the girls even more and keep them more distant, because we don't know what's in there. And taking turns reading it is going to be quite interesting what comes out of it.
Yeah, do you think it was cool of Hannah to withhold the diary because she thought she was protecting everyone, or maybe it was a little more selfish than that? We're not really completely clear on that. But if it were you, would you have kept it to protect your little group of friends, or would you have been like, hey guys, check it out?
Well, not knowing what's inside of it, and if all of them are equal and the diary has stories about each one of them, what gives her the right to hold the information?
Yeah.
So I think everyone needs to decide on their own. And if you're reading about someone else and you have secrets in there about yourself you don't want others to read, it's kind of selfish. It is selfish.
Yeah.
And unfair for others to, for them to not have a chance to read. But Emily's the first one to take the diary to read it. And we see that Allie comes to Emily in her dream and is talking to Emily about wanting to come back, and she feels trapped. She doesn't even know who's after her, but she knows that they're after her, and all the secrets and everything in the diary is in a way haunting her because she doesn't know how to come back. And what did you think about it? Did you think it was a dream, or did you think it was really Allie? Because I was confused for a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah, I even said when we were watching, I was like, wait a second, is this a dream or is this real life? And then I started thinking, this is very not to bring up Ravenswood, but very Miranda-esque right now. And then I started thinking, what if Emily is kind of like Remy and uses her dreams to find things out? Not to be a predictor right now, but
that's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But I did think it was a dream because of the way Allie's body, you know, the glow
Glowing,
around her when she was talking to Emily, but Emily didn't have that. So that's why I thought maybe it is a dream, but then I don't know, maybe she's just a spirit, and who knows? It's confusing, you know, with the merger of Ravenswood and Pretty Little Liars. You don't know
exactly
if it's going to be a segue, you know, into the next show, you know, sooner or later. I don't know what they're prepping, but
yeah,
you know, the writers are doing a great job.
Yeah, we don't know for sure if Allie's dead or alive. So is it an out-of-body experience, or is she really a ghost, or is it a dream? Is it fake? It's really...
Well, one thing that I did notice, Emily was wearing the bracelet that Allie made for them.
Yes.
And when she woke up, that bracelet was not on her hand. It was in the chest box that she had.
Oh, that's a pinch me moment right there.
So, which means either she was maybe sleepwalking and put it in the box, or it was really a dream.
Yeah. That kind of makes me feel like it was a dream now that you brought that up, because we didn't see any sleepwalking, but I mean.
Because Allie mentions it in the dream. I'm going to call it a dream, but you guys can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Allie mentions it in the dream that, you know, oh, you're still wearing the bracelet, and I always felt safe with you, and you brought the best in me. So, you know, maybe it's something that Emily wants to hear, because she has been on this defense mode against Allie.
Yeah.
And thinking that she's over it. So reading the diary might have sparked some old memories.
Exactly.
So who knows?
Spooky regardless.
And we move on to Hannah's mom getting ready in the morning to go to work. And it's her first day on the job. So she goes to wake up Hannah thinking she's still going to be in her PJs, and she's going to have to drag her to go to school because she just broke up with Caleb. So you would think any normal relationship, you would want to take time to recuperate from what happened. But no, Hannah's dressed, putting on her makeup.
Looking great, I might add.
Doesn't want a pep talk from her mom about her and her dad's experience. You know, but she is depressed. You could still see it in her. She's trying to play this tough girl, you know, put on this act, but you could totally see it through her. She's suffering really badly. And I really, really hope the writers bring Caleb back into Pretty Little Liars, because it's just something is missing.
Definitely. But I would say now that Ezra is a weirdo pervert, I guess he always was. We're not really sure. We'll talk about that. But now that that's not my fave, Hannah and Caleb they hold a special place in my heart. So I hope Caleb comes back.
I hope so too. But what do you think about Toby and Spencer?
I've never really liked Toby, to be honest. He's a nice guy, but that's not my favorite relationship. It's not as comfortable to me. There's something awkward about it. And that whole scene where she comes in with her suitcase, he's like, oh, I don't have any plans today. I don't know, it creeped me out. What about you?
I think they're an interesting couple. You know, we've seen them grow throughout the seasons, and now, you know, I think both of them are completely two different people. Yeah. So how they were before and how they are now, I just think they've outgrown one another.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It doesn't seem like they're a good fit as they used to be before.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an awkwardness where before they were kind of cute. He had his truck and everything, and I really liked them to a degree. Still not my favorite couple, but now.
Well, you know, one thing hasn't changed. Spencer's still trying to help Toby find out what happened to his mom. And she comes to visit him in the morning, finds out that her dad canceled on Toby.
Surprise.
Surprise. So she knows how to make flan.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting because I was thinking at that moment, why did he cancel?
Yeah, that's
because
exactly.
he was so eager to get the case and to find out what happened at Radley and who also suffered from, the wrongdoings of Radley.
Yeah.
So she thinks it's a great thing because now he doesn't need, Toby doesn't need to be involved with her dad, but Toby really wants to find out and bring justice to what happened to his mom.
Yeah. Did you think that the reasoning was he said that it was all an accident and that they were trying to protect the other patient that was there when Toby's mom fell. Do you think that's a cover-up, or do you think...
Well, one thing that we forgot to mention to you guys, when Spencer goes back home to find whatever she was doing, she's phoning her dad to let him know to call Toby and to talk to him. She walks in on Allie's mom and her dad. And may we remind you guys that they had a history before.
Yes.
And they have produced a son called Jason.
Yes. Minor detail.
Just a minor detail that you guys should know.
Yeah.
They're just, standing in the kitchen having a chit chat. And, Spencer walks in asking questions. What is she doing here? Why do you need to talk to my dad? And he seemed okay to me. And I actually like the way she stood up to her dad, because if you're going to come and tell me you can't talk to this woman and you need to stay away from her,
oh, yeah.
Yet she's in our house and you're having a conversation with her in our house.
Little
it's
weird.
Not even on the street.
Yeah.
It's in the house, in the kitchen, while your mom is out of town on business.
Yeah. It's not what it looks like.
Double standard.
Yeah.
So, Spencer does what she does best.
Of course.
Tries to dig up what is going on and find out the truth. So she chases, I'm guessing she, followed Allie's mom to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And embarrasses her. Tells her to stay away from her dad. Mm-hmm. And to find another lawyer that's going to give her advice. Someone who she has not been with before.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a low blow.
A little bit. But, I mean, if you walked in on your dad with another woman, you might have the same reaction.
I don't know. I just thought, Spencer, what are you doing? You're gonna, need her for answers.
Yeah.
And for her help. So I don't know how that is gonna play out. But what is Spencer's dad so afraid of? Why is he so afraid of anyone talking to Allie's mom? I don't get that. And as soon as she leaves, now all of a sudden, you can't ask any questions about Radley, and Toby's mom's, death was just an accident. It wasn't a suicide, and it wasn't intentional either. So what Spencer's dad claims is they covered up the story because there was a witness, and they didn't want the witness to be named and to go through the whole investigation and questioning, because they are a patient. They're, in Radley, so it can affect them psychologically and emotionally.
Exactly. But that also sounds like the perfect cover-up for something terrible.
Do you think Allie's mom has anything to do with the Toby situation with his mom?
I thought about that, and I was trying to remember if there was any connection that Jessica might have had to Radley in that way, but I couldn't connect the dots, and I'm thinking she must know something, and that's why Spencer's not allowed to talk to her about this whole, in general. And then her dad, I don't know, I'm creeped out by that.
And now that she's getting a divorce,
yeah,
maybe she'll be hanging around the Spencer's house a little bit more often while her mom is away.
So I'm thinking Spencer should clean up her act and be a little nicer. So
I think so. I think she might get more answers, being nice versus being so defensive. It is your best friend's mom after all, and it is your half brother's mom, at the same time. So you're, related in a way. So you have to play nice. And I put down creepy Ezra.
Oh, that's pretty much exactly what I wrote.
In my notes. The girls go to school and Emily's reading the diary.
Oh my God.
Outside in the courtyard. And Ezra is just like creeping around her.
Yeah.
And the girls come around and he's just so creepy.
I would have to say the best creepy moment was when you kind of see like the over the shoulder shot through the window of Ezra. And you see the girls, and then it's just his reflection that bounces back. That was really awkward. You know
how, when you're dating a guy, in the beginning, everything is amazing. You're in the honeymoon stage. Mm-hmm. And then when they start calling too much or when they start, asking too many questions, don't they become, like, creepy to you a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's how Ezra is right now.
Definitely.
Like when they're overdoing everything.
Oh, totally. I mean, spying, that's a little much.
Desperate. So, Ezra, please get over it. And Arya creeping around, giving his pen back and lying to everyone about where she was, what she spent the night before in a cabin with him. And the girls think she was with Jake. She's talking to Jake on the phone.
Oh my gosh.
Completely lying to every single person. I'm thinking, what is going on? You guys are
going to blow up in her face very shortly.
Yes. I think
Do you think that Ezra ever loved her or that he has been using her this entire time?
I think he became so desperate that out of desperation to find Allie and to find answers and to find what's in that diary, maybe in a way made him fall in love. I don't know. I think that's kind of like weird and awkward, but his actions are weird and awkward and creepy. So I don't know what to make of him.
Well, and there were even a couple moments where I still felt like they had a connection and he wasn't creepy, but then 2 minutes later he'd be creepy again. So I don't like him anymore. Only time will tell, I guess, in the Ezra department.
Well, what's really interesting is that I feel like the qualities and of the girls are being passed on from one another. So now Emily is taking on Spencer's role a little bit. Being all nice and color coordinating the diary and who's supposed to be who. I'm thinking, go Emily.
Yeah. Way to be organized. I know I'm not very organized.
Maybe, that it will help them, stay on track because everyone's lost their focus and Emily's the only one that's in a way thinking straight, for the girls as well, and keep getting Allie away, out of her head helped in a way.
Yeah.
But now she's back in her dreams.
They all need to stop wasting time with their boyfriends and pay attention. That's what really needs to happen.
We really hope
that
happens. So Emily, tells the girls what she's found in the book, and they come across what's called the Busy Bee Inn.
After some code cracking that Arya had to
and it's referring to her and her family. They used to visit there and go there. So they assume maybe Allie is hiding there and wants, them to find her. So they decide on a road trip. These girls take way too many road trips during the week on a school night.
And seriously, like, take 2 cars so you have a backup car. And don't get out of your stupid car when it breaks down in the middle of the forest, because it's always in the middle of the forest. Let's be honest.
So the girls decide to take a road trip to find the Busy Bee Inn to find Allie. And they get stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Of course.
Which Arya finds out just happens to be a mile or
What a
couple of
coincidence.
miles away from Ezra's cabin.
Wow, yeah.
How interesting, right?
Very.
And they didn't pick up on the fact that one navigation says there's construction going on, the other one says no, it's open.
Yeah.
And how does a car just die in the middle of...
That's what I was wondering. I think there must be some kind of magnetic field that just ruined the car. That's my theory, at least.
Well, at least Hannah has backup. She contacts Travis. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I don't know where I was
Close
getting
enough.
Trevor from. He hasn't been around, so I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah.
To come in to the car. So hopefully Travis will come and find them soon. So they get into the cabin. Arya lies and says it's her uncle's.
Yeah.
Which,
Good one, Arya.
really? And
Yeah.
you just happen to have a key and it's
Yeah.
right there. You could go without asking, getting permission. So they find the cabin. It's, you know, pretty close by. They
Yeah.
walk there in a short amount of time. And Hannah is acting weird again. Mm-hmm. She's like dodging questions. She doesn't want, you know, she's trying to distract the girls from reading the diary. She just doesn't know how to distract them anymore, turning up the car volume. And Spencer realizes that there's a page missing from the diary.
Whoopsies.
And
Good job,
it's-
Hannah.
what was the title of the... Something rocks the cradle?
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
And the first thing that I thought about was, oh, it must be about Hannah's mom and Wilden.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, it's probably in there, and she doesn't want to, you know, she doesn't want anyone to know about them having a relationship. But come to find out, it is nothing that we expected at all.
Yeah.
It is, you know, just looking at the scene, I give props to Hannah for slimming down really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Because that footage...
That was hilarious.
And, you know, what do you have to say about that?
Well, you know, I think that Hannah must be doing something tricky. And I think it might be something that we can all do. With Slim Fast, 2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. In 14 days, the only thing higher than your hemline will be your confidence. This podcast is brought to you by Slim Fast. And I must say, Slim Fast is really good. I've had it multiple times, and it tastes like really good chocolate milk, and I would recommend it. I mean, if you like chocolate milk, if you like chocolate, it's good. I think they have strawberry too. If you,
I think they have different flavors. But Hannah must have done a great job because she looks amazing. Her confidence is up after, you know, shedding a couple of pounds. And good for her. She looks great. But we do find out the secret that's been bugging her so badly is the fact that she used to hook up with Arya's brother.
Yeah.
Mike. I don't know if it happened only once or it was several times.
I think it was one night. Maybe not the whole night. We don't know how far that went.
But Allie is the one that catches her.
Yes,
and,
of course.
You know, decides to put it in her diary and tells Hannah that she's not going to tell anyone because, you know, it's wrong and Arya won't forgive her. So she's trying to just fill her head with, you know, nonsense that I think it was nonsense. It wasn't something that Arya wasn't going to talk to her for. It was, you know, they were kids. So when she finally comes out and tells the truth, the girls are like, really? That's what you've been afraid of? That's what you've been keeping? Arya thinks it's weird, but
yeah, she's not mad by any stretch.
It's not something, you know, she's upset about. So, you know, I think Hannah is just at a different stage right now because of Caleb and because of, you know, maybe reading other stuff in the diary that sparked up memories she doesn't want to about her weight. So she's probably feeling a little bit self-conscious still. Those emotions are coming back. And she decides to go outside to get cell service to call Travis.
Of course, this would happen. Let's all get separated.
And but before that, let's rewind a little bit. Who shows up to Hannah's house unannounced?
Oh yeah, Ezra.
Creep.
Yeah.
So his name is Creep from now on. I'm not even gonna refer him as Ezra.
Yeah, he's not Ezra to me anymore.
He shows up and, makes his whole story about helping Hannah and how she's falling behind on her schoolwork, and, he doesn't want her to fail the class, so distracts Hannah's mom with nonsense that is not probably true.
Yeah, it was fake caller too on the phone.
I think so, because they're like, oh, something J, and she's like, I don't have that letter in my...
Yeah. Who could that have been on the phone? Mona?
Didn't it sound like a male?
I think it was a lady.
Was it?
I think.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
it was Mona
you guys
talking
let us
deep
know.
voice.
You guys let us know who it is, if it's a male or a female on that phone.
Yeah.
But I did think it was a distraction, because as soon as she was, about to be done on the phone, and he was still searching for something, they asked for another question. Oh, can I have the number to the super? Can I do this? It's like just distracting her, and I don't think there really was any problems with the unit.
Yeah.
So he's in Hannah's room trying to find the diary. It's obvious
dumped
because
out her purse. It's so rude.
And I'm like, how do you move that fast that you were able to go up there and then come down and, you're done by the time she comes out to the whatever,
to the foyer or whatever you call that? I don't know.
Yes. So he's just creepy, and, I would have just told him, to come back another time, to sit down with Hannah and talk to her and figure out what they're gonna do. But he wants to tutor her.
Creepy.
Keep your kids away from him.
Yeah. Hide your kids.
So, and then he shows up to the cabin so fast. I thought that was really fast, how he just showed up right away.
Yeah, I'm starting to think he can teleport. Which I don't think that's part of the show, so hopefully not.
So he shows up to the house, to the cabin, and Ezra, what am I getting Ezra for? Spencer and Arya are trying to find blankets, while Emily and Hannah are outside trying to get reception for the phone. And Ezra locks Arya and Hannah, not Arya and Spencer, in the closet. Did you think he had any help from Travis, or was Travis just a coincidence?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was going to ask you, do you think that Travis is part of this? I really don't want to think he is, because he is nice and he seems sincere. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, Ezra seemed nice and sincere before, too. So I was a little bit torn on that one. As of now, I feel like he's not. But then there was a moment when he first showed up that I was like, okay, this guy might have something to do with this. Mm-hmm. So I could go either way. I think I need another episode to answer that question correctly.
I think so too, but I was thinking when the girls opened the door after getting out of the closet, they open the door and Travis is standing right there, and they have all these tools and shovels and everything ready to tackle so-called A. It's Travis, and I'm thinking, didn't you see anyone? Was it just like you just walk in and you didn't see anyone leave? You didn't see the girls breaking the window?
That's what was bothering me.
So it was way too close to the time that Ezra left the cabin for him not to see Ezra.
Yeah.
Or to see someone.
Which is very, very confusing at this point. So
I'm not sure about him, but we'll have to
believe
wait
he's
and see. And I'm actually having doubts about Ezra being A at this point.
Really?
When he was listening to what seemed like a voicemail from Allie, she was trying to get help and find out information. It seemed to me, and it's weird coming from me because I still think he's a creep.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was trying to find clues to help Allie come back.
Yeah, good point, actually.
And I think he wants the diary to get the clues because she's not safe, and he wants to save her.
Yeah, what if he's pretending to be A and doing all these weird things just to spark something, which we don't know what it is yet, but that is a good point and makes me think. I'm going to have to think about that a little harder.
I don't know, I just have this feeling, but then when he says I love you too, Arya, that just grosses me out. I'm like, please don't say that.
And of course she pauses because she's like, wait, but what am I doing? Who's my boyfriend right now?
And we see someone messing with the traffic camera lights or whatever that's called, the dispatch. But did we see that if it was Ezra?
I assumed it was Ezra
because we didn't see
the apple, and it was like a teacher's desk. But I mean, they could have been doing that to trick us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to see, if you saw any clues of whose desk it was and who it could have been, because I think they're gonna, as soon as they introduce or bring Allie back, I think they're gonna put a twist, and I don't think Ezra is going to end up being A.
Yeah. That would be too obvious at this point. I mean, they're putting it right in our face.
But we'll see. Do you have any news and gossip?
I do, actually.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, we all know that the Pretty Little Liars cast is very talented. We have a lot of musical talent, to be more specific. Lucy Hale just released her song, You Sound Good to Me, that we talked about last week. And Tyler Blackburn also released a song in November-ish called Find a Way. But can you guess who has yet to release a single who has some musical talents up their sleeves?
Shay Mitchell?
Nope. Any other guesses?
Ashley Benson?
Nope. It's Keegan Allen.
Wow.
I know. I didn't expect that. Yeah. I think we might have talked about that at some point, but I totally forgot, and I was surprised to hear that. But he's waiting for the perfect moment, and they specified on Wet Paint that it's not because he's not as good as everybody else. It's just because he's waiting for the opportune moment. So we'll be waiting for that, I guess.
Maybe that's why he's been away from the show for a while.
Possibly.
Working on his music.
Yeah. Apparently, he's not going to be singing, what was the song? Love Shack, Baby.
Okay, so let's go on to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Yeah.
I don't have a prediction, but I have a comment.
Okay.
How are these girls friends with Allie? That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
We want to know from our fans, our viewers, what you guys think. From everything that I've seen and everything that I've read, it doesn't seem like it would be someone I would be friends with. So I'm just wondering, how did they stay friends with Allie?
The thing she said to Hannah that we saw today, that horrified me. But I think she kind of made them feel special in a way, and that's why they wanted to be friends with her. Queen Bee style. Not to be confused with the Busy Bee. I think as a prediction for me, I would have to go with the whole Allie Miranda comparison I had. I think that's going to be my prediction this week.
Okay.
Maybe she's a ghost.
Okay.
Or something.
We'll take that. We'll wait until next week to find out what happens. Until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching us. I'm your host, Emma Kay, and you guys can find me on Instagram at Twitter at Real Emma K, and don't forget to shop on to emmakcloset.com. Thank you guys so much, and don't forget to go to YouTube, iTunes, rate, comment, and give us 5 stars. Where can they find you?
Follow me at Sarah GGG on Twitter.
Thanks, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.